My dear students, let us go to Excel and find some interesting thing. This is book 1 and we are already getting a employee details here. These things are given and this part are calculated on the given things. Let us see what are these. This is employee number in column A and this is name, designation of the employees, this is basic salary, this what they are getting, and these are the DA which is 20% of the basic, this is HRA which is 10% of the basic, this is the gross amount, this is PF, this is net amount, this is grade. The gross amount is calculated adding these three items. Okay, I'll come to this later on. Let us see what happens for Mr. Dilip Das, who has got the employee number 1 and the designation manager whose basic is 40,000. We will try to find the DA for him. Okay, let us first delete all the items from keyboard. Now what I'll do here, on the basis of the basic amount of Mr. Dilip Das, find the DNS allowance, that is DA, which is 20%. But for that we have to understand where 40,000 is, that is what is the sale address of 40,000, the amount. So we see this is in column D and row 3. So the address of the cell is D3 and getting 20%, we'll multiply it by, obviously multiplied it by 20 and divide it. Here multiplication means star and divide by slash, divide by 100 to get 8,000 DRNS allowance or DA for Mr. Dilip Das at 20% rate of basic. Now we can do one thing, that we can drag right bottom corner of the cell where 80,000 is situated. We'll drag from this side and get all the DNS allowances, that is DA, for all the employees like Dilip Das, Arun Sen up to Mr. B. Prasad. So we have got all the DA using the formula. Now similarly we can get HRA. First of all we delete this and put what? You can easily understand that this will be depending on the basic amount 40,000. So the 40,000 amount again in the cell D3, we click here to get that and find the 10% of the basic amount by multiplying, that is putting star 10 and dividing, that is putting slash 100. So the DA for Mr. Dilip Das is 40, sorry, the HRA at 10% is 4,000 for Mr. Dilip Das, the employee number 1 in first row of the data, who is a manager whose basic is 40,000, whose DA is 80,000 and HRA is 4,000. Now in the similar way, we'll drag by holding the right bottom corner of the cell and dragging it down to the last item to get the HRA amount of all the employees starting from Dilip Das and ending for Mr. B. Prasad. Now to find the gross amount of all the employees, we'll first find the gross amount of Mr. Dilip Das in the first column, first cell. Let us delete all the things to show you how we can get the gross amount. Gross amount is found by adding basic plus DA plus HRA. In this way, that is equal to D3 plus E3 plus F3. So that will be 52,000. Obviously, the formula is shown in the formula bar here like this. So D3 plus E3 plus F3. Don't forget to put an equal to sign. Put an equal to sign, okay, before starting any formula. Now put an enter sign to get the gross amount, and the formula you can see is equal to D3 plus E3 plus F3. Okay, putting enter sign again and dragging, holding the right bottom corner, we are getting all the gross amounts, okay, of Mr. Dilip Das and Mr. B. Prasad. Now, to get the PA Provident Fund, this is given. Depending upon the employee, the PF is determined, that is deducted from the gross amount. So, the net amount is obtained. Gross minus PF is equal to net. So, I delete this column, the data here. So, how will get the net amount? We'll put an equal to sign, and the gross amount is in the address G3 minus PF is in the address of, I think, H3. So 52,000 minus 2,600 will be 49,400. That is the net amount of Mr. Dilip Das, the employee number 1. Now dragging here, again like that, taking the right bottom corner, we get all the net amounts for all the employees. Now, after getting this, depending on the net amount, we'll find the grade in this formula. Okay, it's really a little bit tough for you, but if you minutely follow, you can understand. That will be no problem for you. Is equal to, if I3 greater than is equal to 40,000, I3 is in the net amount of Mr. Dilip Das, the address. I3 greater than is equal to 40,000, comma, the grade will be A. For simplicity, I take that the employee getting net amount greater than is equal to 40,000 will be given the grade A, and starting from 25,000 up to less than 40,000, that will be grade B, and so on. 15,000 grade C, and less than 15,000 will be given grade D. So we put an enter sign, we'll get here, that is, we'll get grade A for Mr. Dilip Das, because it is more than what? More than 40,000. Now we'll drag down it, right, taking the right bottom corner to get all the other amounts, all the other grades, sorry. Now the grades are obtained. You can see the grade of the same formula, only the uh, here the cell address is changed. In the first, you see here, in the first, here was the cell address I3, but in the last, the cell address is obviously what? Cell address is I13. In here, the cell address is I12. Okay, for your convenience, I have written this. Okay, now there is some problem here. I'll put undo here, undo, to get all the things back again. Very nice one, na? Now you can see those people having, that is those employees having more than 25,000 but less than 40,000 are getting grade B, and which employees does not attend the salary up to 25,000, but more than, I think, 10,000, I think 15,000, they are getting grade C, and so on. So I advise you to see the if formula from your book or any study material to to understand the grade, and then it will be better for you to apply here. Okay, So